Bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's just circling. I don't know if we are.
I wish I had a fun hat, like a hot dog hat.
You shouldn't have thrown it out.
Shouldn't have thrown it out.
Right, there we go. So, just before Halloween, I ordered 3 Goosebumps books at the start of this month, and they got delayed until yesterday. So, I've got 2 that I've read before, but not live, just 2 of my favourites for the actual 2 days before Halloween. And then I've got this one, which is number 10 of the Choose Your Own Adventure Goosebumps series, Diary of a Mad Mummy. And I'll read the back. All wrapped up and no place to go. While you're on vacation, you get a chance to check out an exhibit of Egyptian artifacts and a pretty cool mummy. But when you get to where the mummy is supposed to be, all you find is a pile of bandages and a really old diary filled with entries that seem to have been written by Mr. Mummy himself. If you touch the bandages, they'll wrap themselves around you and poof, you're a mummy. I don't know if that's a spoiler and a slur. If you decide to use the clues in the diary to find the wrapped wonder, you will find yourself searching through the pyramids in Egypt. Will you be stuck there forever? The choice is yours in a scary Goosebumps adventure that's packed with over 20 super spooky endings. Okay.
I'm already excited.
I'm ready. Okay. The book's in a bit of disrepair.
Second hand enough.
I know. Welcome to San Francisco, the tour guide says. Her voice echoes in the marble lobby of the office building. This is the famous Pyramid Building, the city's most famous skyscraper. When do we get to see the mummy? Your 5-year-old sister whines at your side. You cringe and squeeze Susie's hand. You wish you didn't have to drag her around. But taking care of her is always your job on family vacations. Oh well, you think, who cares? This is going to be the best vacation ever. You and your family are staying in a hotel downtown San Francisco. You have a view of the whole city from your window, including the tall, spindly pyramid building just a few blocks away. And this month there's a display of ancient Egyptian artifacts in the lobby, including a real mummy. You can't wait to check it out. I want the mummy, Susie whines again. I want my mummy, I want my mummy, your older brother Derek chants, imitating Susie's babyish voice. You laugh at Derek's joke, then you whisper to Susie, we'll see it as soon as that tour group gets out of the way. You peer through the crowd at the mummy in the glass case. Hey, did the mummy just move? Turn to page 2. Your heart starts pounding. It can't be. But you know you just saw the mummy's arm move. Didn't anyone else see it? You stare hard at the brightly lit display case in the middle of the lobby. A tour group crowds around the glass, blocking your view. So you stand on your tiptoes under a pinkish halogen light. You can see an ancient bandaged mummy lying in a beautiful gold-painted wooden box. It's the first mummy you've ever seen, a king from more than 4,000 years ago, a dead person. Something about it gives you the creeps. The tour group moves away and the lobby clears. Come on, Susie squeals, pulling you towards the mummy case. A strange chill runs up your spine as you step closer. You gaze at the mummy's face and shudder. It is hideous. Part of his face is still wrapped up, but part of it isn't. You can see his dried, leathery skin stretched tightly over his shrunken, bony nose. I know, right? My type. You back away and your foot bumps into something on the floor. Turn to page 3.
Do you need the turn to page, the next page, really?
You don't want me to read that?
No, like, I mean, I guess I meant for the book, for the format of the book itself.
Yeah, because you need to make choices, so you can't just read it back to front.
Sorry for the short interruption.
Amateur. You glance down and see what you've kicked. Hey, look, you cry out softly, but no one is listening. The tour group has scattered. Susie has let go of your hand. She's pressing her nose to the glass in front of the wooden mummy case. As usual, your 14-year-old brother, Derek, is acting as if he doesn't know any of you. He's talking to some other kids by the door, probably trying to buy drugs. Mm-hmm. Your parents examine another display case. No one notices what you've found on the floor. You pick it up. It's a small clump of folded pages tied together at the edge with some dried grass. It looks like some kind of ancient book. You open it carefully. The pages seem as if they might crumble in your hands. You peer at the squiggly markings on the page. To your surprise, you recognise the words. They're in English. Fucking, yeah, likely.
What are the chances?
The handwriting is hard to read, but you finally figure out what it says. This is the first day in my tomb. I am wrapped so tightly that I fear I may never breathe again. The bandages that preserve me are a prison. I am a king, and yet they have brought me here, drained me of my blood and bound me with bandages against my will. Stop, I beg them. Do not do this horrible thing. I am not dead. I am alive.
He's fully bound up, but he still has time to write this whole like 2-paragraph note.
How does he write? I don't.
Not with his blood, for sure.
Keep reading on page 4. I hope we're going to get to make some tough decisions soon.
Yeah.
Your mouth drops open as you flip through the ancient pages. Could this be a diary of some kind? A mummy's diary written 4,000 years ago? But why isn't
In
it?
English, though.
Oh yeah, why isn't it an ancient hieroglyphic?
He's getting to the point.
How can it be in English? This is weird, definitely weird. But somehow in your heart, you know the diary is real. Every word of it is true. You glance around again. No one notices you. You turn up to another page and read on. I am embalmed alive, which is impossible. Right?
He's stuck like spraying out through his nose, and he's like, "Here, cut it out, mate."
I'm embalmed alive. Me, Pharaoh, the king. And why? For one reason only. Because upon my neck I bear a strange birthmark. A red stain in a strange shape that frightens my people. They think that it is a sign of evil. Even I am not sure what it means. Could it really mean I am evil? Could I actually hurt people? Am I mad? This guy's having a real crisis.
Yeah, well, you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Your hands tremble as you flip to another page and read on. Each night my spirit walks the earth for centuries. Each night my spirit writes this diary. But now at last my chance has come. Tonight my body will walk the earth. Tonight here in this strangest of all pyramids, I will escape my prison.
Did you say this guy has been writing each night for 4,000 years? And just fits into one little notebook.
He must write really small. Right, page 9. Can it be possible? Is the mummy going to escape tonight? How? And is this the strangest of all pyramids? The pyramid building? It would seem strange to some old pharaoh, you guess. You read over the same pages again, trying to make sense of each of them. Each night my spirit writes this diary. It says, no way. Yeah, no way. Oh, he isn't writing this with his hand. He's writing with his mind. The mummy thinks something and it appears on this page. Awesome. You should.
It is awesome.
This guy is clearly like just jumping to some wild conclusions.
And he's fine with it. It's chill.
Yeah.
He's making his peace as he goes along.
Yeah. You shoot a quick sideways glance to make sure the lobby guard isn't watching you. Then you tuck the diary under your shirt. Turn to page 132.
This museum seems really strangely easy to steal from.
I don't even think it's a museum. They've just got a mummy.
It's at the local mall.
Because it's like a pyramid.
There's like the newest Fiat next to it. Oh my god.
Okay. You've got to read more of this. It's amazing. Mummy writes it with his mind. Then you hear your mother calling your name. Yoo-hoo! Wait, can't be your name, right? Yoo-hoo? Okay.
Don't be judgmental.
Whatever. Yoo-hoo! Again she calls you. Bring Susie and come on, she says. You've got to get away so you can look at the diary. You don't want your parents to see it and take it away from you. Not after you just found it. You scan the lobby for some place to go. You spot the elevator. Maybe you can duck in there and zoom to the top of the pyramid, finish reading the diary before someone finds you. Or maybe you should just keep the diary hidden and wait. You don't want to get into trouble with mum and dad. And besides, your hotel isn't too far away. You could sneak back here tonight to see if the mummy really escapes. The diary says, tonight I will escape my prison. So, what will it be? Okay, so first choice.
Ooh.
Right. If you come back tonight, turn to page 20. If you take the elevator now, page 43. So what do you think? Come back tonight or Take the elevator to the tip top of the pyramid.
In the meantime, there's some suggestions from people.
Okay.
Heather Foster wants you to read in German.
Can't.
You can give it a go.
No.
Try one sentence.
You've got to read more of this. No. I can't read anything.
Okay. Well, I think that was close enough. I'm sure German people understand this.
Yeah.
In case people didn't get this, we need you guys to decide what Helen is doing.
If you come back tonight, turn to page 20. If you take the elevator now, page 43. There might also be a lag. There usually always is.
Oh yeah, sure, that's true.
And we are in Germany now, I guess. I don't know if that.
Yeah, if anyone has tuned in and just does not know, we are in Germany. Oh, I can take this joyous break to show you Helen's newest creation.
Oh God, Andy.
I'll be careful and gentle.
You're gonna drop it?
He is her little boy. No, I would never drop it. It'll be very gentle.
Super weird here.
It does look really fucking strange on this.
Well, Heather says elevator, and Heather is the only one to say anything, so I'm going to go with the elevator, which is turned to page 43. You can't sit with that on your lap.
No, I'm very, very carefully trying to put it back without like any weight on it, or, letting the chair slip or anything like that.
Right, 43. You decide to duck into the elevator. With the diary tucked under your shirt, you casually stroll over and push the up button, but the first elevator that arrives is going down. Oh well, that'll do. Quickly, you slip into the elevator. Luckily, no one gets in with you. Your parents don't even notice you're gone.
Okay.
Yeah. Great, you think, as the car whooshes downward. Now you can read the diary in private. Ding, a bell rings and the doors open to the basement. Weird, you say as you step out of the elevator. This is the basement. To your amazement, the place looks as if it were built thousands of years ago. The walls are made of huge blocks of rough tan stone. The only light shines from a fixture over the elevator doors. In the dim glow, you can see that the elevator are the only modern looking part of the basement. Cautiously, you walk down a strange dark hallway. Your sneakers scrape against the stones. It's really too dark to read the diary, but you can't help wanting to explore. The diary can wait, you decide. You were so hype about the diary.
Oh my god, man.
I know. Explore the basement on page 49.
Quick question. Where is this supposed to take place in the world?
San Francisco. It's like the first line.
Ancient mummy tomb in San Francisco?
I think so.
That's good. The aliens must have taught them.
Oh yeah, totally. What is this place, you wonder? It sure doesn't look like the basement of a modern skyscraper. Why don't you see any big basement equipment, like boilers and furnaces and things? Where's the janitor anyway? This guy's very perceptive.
The janitor just lives down there, like.
Yeah, like a king, he sleeps in
yeah.
a sarcophagus. The sound of your footstep bounces off the stone walls. The echo makes the back of your neck tingle. The hallway narrows. You duck in some places to avoid banging into the ceiling. The path twists and turns, sometimes sloping up, sometimes down. There's barely enough light for you to see. You worry that you won't find your way back. Maybe this is a mistake. But you keep going. Except for the eerie silence and darkness, this place is cool. You're too curious to turn back right now. You come to a small tunnel leading off to the right. It seems to slope up. A set of stone steps leads down on the left. Which way? Okay.
I feel like I would probably go down, because I think opposite track, right? And it has steps.
Okay. It says if you take the tunnel.
The tunnel? Is that the stairs going down?
The tunnel is the slope up on the right. Okay. So if you take the tunnel, turn to page 70. If you take the steps, page 83.
Michael's telling us to join forces with the mummy.
That's not an option yet.
I mean, would that we could, Michael? Would that we could?
I don't know. The mummy kind of writes like a Tory.
Yeah, the mummy does seem very much like, you know.
Okay.
Not here for poor people. Which one's left?
Stone steps.
Okay.
Yeah. So the options were small tunnel leading off to the right that slopes up, and stone steps that lead down on the left.
Oh, Julie's saying 70.
Oh, and
Oh, for that thigh workout, ooh, there's divide.
oh, there is a divide. Michael wants 83, but two people want
70.
70.
Julie says any hole is a goal, which, you gotta fundamentally agree with.
Oh, fuck. Emily's 83, Andy tiebreaker.
I'm also on 83.
You want to go down the steps?
Yeah, I want to go down the steps.
Okay, we're going down the steps. I'm trying to find something to mark this page because I think.
Pencil?
Okay, that might get a bit clunky turning, but well.
Oh,
wait, I meant to put in it. You don't draw in books, you psycho.
Instead of pencil? Oh, I have. Oh yeah, these are good.
These are good. Okay, sorry for the delay. Okay, so 83. Yeah. You decide to take the stone steps to the left. The narrow tunnel gives you the creeps. After a few steps down, the stairs level out. You see another set of steps leading upward. You start to climb again. Your feet scrape across something gritty on the floor. You glance down and see sand. Sand? Definitely weird. You think as you reach another stone landing. You feel as if you've been climbing up and down for days. You stretch your legs and then continue up the stairs. Where do the steps come out, you wonder? A back exit from the pyramid building? Do they lead to another building? A hot breeze ruffles your hair as you near the top of the steps. That's odd, you think. It was chilly this morning, and the weather person on the TV even predicted rain. This guy is very on the ball.
Yeah, he is very perceptive.
Yeah. Finally, you reach the top. You walk outside and squint as your eyes adjust to the brilliant sun. Huh? Your mouth drops as you gaze at the scene in front of you. Sand, camels, pyramids, desert. This is no, it can't be. Are you in Egypt?
Or Las Vegas?
Any desert, but I
Any
mean
desert?
pyramids.
Yeah, I guess.
Whatever. Turn to page 95.
That is what we need now in these Corona full days, just a secret underpass.
To Egypt?
Yeah.
He was walking for ages, I guess.
Yeah. Just walk to Egypt. It's good.
No way, you think, shaking your head. This can't be happening. It isn't real. How can I be in Egypt, you wonder? How? Stay calm, you tell yourself over and over. You came out of the pyramid building in San Francisco in the United States of America. You can't be in Egypt, but you are. You see the pyramids and the camels. You hear the wind blowing across the desert. You feel the sand in your eyes. You can even smell and taste a sweet, flowery fragrance in the air. You swallow hard and try to figure out how, why. Suddenly it hits you. The diary. This must have something to do with the mummy's diary. You yank the ancient pages out from under your shirt and read just a few minutes. Oh, and the words you read just a few minutes ago are gone. Instead, the whole diary is filled with symbols and pictures, hieroglyphics.
Oh no, no wonder English.
Guys, I don't know hieroglyphics. This is going to be a tough read.
The rest of the book is actually just an ancient symbol.
Yeah, I'll be like, I think that's Eye of Horus.
Bird,
2 reads.
horse,
Okay, back to page 60.
Oh no, this is not good condition. These books were, by the way, extremely delayed.
It's okay, I forgive them. Did I lose my place?
Did you say back to page 60?
Oh yeah, I was on 59 there, Jesus. I guess I lost a page, so it makes sense. Your hand trembles as you turn page after page. They're all the same, all hieroglyphics. Terror grips your heart. This is how I feel when I look at a menu here and I can't understand anything. How can the diary be written in hieroglyphics? Have you somehow gone back in time on top of everything else? You glance around and see people in modern clothes. Okay, you reassure yourself, at least I'm still in the present and may still have a chance at getting back home. And you want to get there right now. You turn sharply and head back towards the steps, but a young Egyptian man in a long white robe blocks your way. He has smooth, tan skin, black hair, and sparkling brown eyes.
How very exotic.
I know. Oof. You notice he's wearing a badge. He must be some kind of security guard. No
Big
entrance. He says in English, I just came out of there, you sputter. No entrance, he says. The Great Pyramid is not open. Turn to page 128.
Oh no, these pesky brown people always messing it up for us. Am I right?
I was literally just thinking, like, what must it look like to see this wee white guy, like, hop out of this closed-up Great Pyramid?
Also, it is a very weird way to describe the skin, right?
Tan?
Did he also not say tight or something? Smooth?
Probably smooth, yeah. Oh, okay. Smooth tan skin, black hair, and sparkling brown eyes.
I feel like it sounds like he wants to steal his face, yeah.
Or he wants to shag him.
Both, maybe?
Okay, 128. The Great Pyramid. You stare at the guard, your head is spinning. You studied Egypt in school. The Great Pyramid is the biggest pyramid in the world. Okay.
He is perceptive. He's got it down, man.
The one that sits in the desert near the Sphinx. Oh, I hope we get to a riddle.
Oh,
that would be lit.
That would be hard, probably.
Yeah. Yup, you were definitely in Egypt. But I just came out of there, you tried to explain. Only it wasn't the Great Pyramid, it was the Pyramid Building. The guard laughs. Ha, you mean that silly building in America? He shakes his head and laughs again. You've got to believe me, you plead. And look at this. You shove the diary towards the guard. This diary, it was written in English a few minutes ago, and now it's all changed into hieroglyphs. I would love it if all Egyptians could read hieroglyphics in this book. Before the guard can take the diary, a young man in a tan suit, sunglasses, and a straw hat approaches you.
Damn.
I see you have the famous diary of Buthrama Man. Buthrama. Yeah, it's Buthrama Man.
Okay, yeah, let's roll with it.
The man says, he sounds American. Oh, Buthrama Man. May I see it?
We can see Helen's American accents in play. This goes out to you, Heather Foster. This is everything she's learned has come from you.
True. Don't give it to him, the young Egyptian shakes. Give it to me. Oh, so we've got a race dilemma.
There's some corruption going on.
Do we show the diary to the American? Page 5. Do you give it to the Egyptian? Turn to page 22. Or if you turn and run from both, page 106.
I mean, I think number one option is just not an option. I am vetoing it for everybody out there. If you vote for option number one,
you're racist.
You're unfriended. You're cancelled.
We're cancelling.
Cancelled 2020. But I think option B, you give it back to the brown people because that's
they don't deserve it. It belongs in a museum in England.
No, it's in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, San Francisco.
Or the British Museum, obviously. Or you just leg it because they are both like kind of authority figures, you know.
And you're a child.
And you're a child little rebel. So what will it be?
Okay. So the options again, if you did not get that, show the diary to the American, turn to page 5. If you give it to the Egyptian, turn to page 22. And if you turn and run from both, page 106.
Heather, you're unfriended, effective immediately.
Okay. 106, don't trust Americans or Polish. Fair.
Yeah, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The entire is kind of a cop mix. I agree with you there.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to turn and run from both of them to page 106. And I'm also going to mark this page because I feel...
You want more marking?
Oh, shit. Okay, 106. You really are going to have to unfriend Heather. You turn and dash away. You race across the desert sands. You don't trust either of these guys. Why should you? They're trying to take the mummy's diary away from you. That strange diary that magically changed from English to hieroglyphs.
This is white people behavior.
It is. Sand blows in your face as you leave the Great Pyramid far behind. Who cares? You'll eat sand if you have to. No one's making this, kid. All you want to do is get out of here alive. You try not let the feeling of cold fear rise in your throat. You swallow hard, choking it back down. How am I going to get home? You wonder. And how could the diary change like that? The diary. Maybe it contains some kind of special message. Maybe if you can figure out what the hieroglyphics mean, then you'll know how to get home. You want to examine the diary again. You glance over your shoulder and make sure you're not being followed. Are you? Make sure. Turn and run to page 7. Okay.
Run.
We're running. Oh, fuck, there are hieroglyphics.
Ooh.
I'm glad I've got you, the IQ test
It
master.
also looks like
A frowny face, but we
an
won't
acid
spoil
tap,
it.
but
Yeah.
okay.
Nobody seems to be around. Nothing but sand. Egypt's hot sun beats down on you, making you feel dizzy and faint. This guy has been there for like 5 minutes.
Well, he is white.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh,
No,
you're
keep going. I'm gonna just add it to the.
Okay. You'd like to sit down in the shade, but there isn't any. Water, you think? I must have water. Now you know why they've been saying things like that in old movies.
Oh, now you know that people used to in prehistoric days need water.
Yeah, white privilege. You've never been so thirsty in your life. Luckily, you had a light jacket with you in San Francisco. It's tied around your waist. You take it off and hold it over your head, using it as a tent for shade. You open the diary to the first page with writing. It's page 7, which is this page also, which is it's funny. You study the hieroglyphics. They look like this. Okay, well,
I'm trying to attach a picture and I forgot how to
I
do
don't
it.
know if it'll let you. Okay, so I'll read out some options and then I'll show it better so we can all we can brainstorm it. What do you think it means? If it looks like a bunch of birds sitting around a campfire to you, turn to page 58. If you see an ancient Egyptian smiley face instead, turn to page 12.
I mean, there's a.
It is definitely both.
And what was the first option?
A bunch of birds sitting around a campfire, or an ancient Egyptian smiley face stroke acid tab.
You can put a picture on the. Okay.
I'm just
Sorry for my
hoping.
profanities.
I'm hoping that it might just like freeze on here and give me a break.
Yeah. You can attach stickers and gifts, but a simple, humble image.
No, I guess you can. I hope that was enough time. So, once more, is it a bunch of birds sitting around a campfire? Turn to page 58. Or is it an ancient Egyptian smiley face? Turn to page 12. This is a tough one.
I think the face one is the easy one. But it is a bunch of birds chilling around the sun as well.
You try to turn it upside down and see if it's got a hidden meaning.
Yeah.
R.L. Stein, would he do that to us?
I'm gonna hack the shit out of this.
Okay, so we've only got one person weighed in. Heather on the smiley face. Michael's abstaining because he doesn't want to take responsibility for this.
No.
Because I feel like it's going to be bad. Emily says smiley. Okay, so we're going to turn to page 12. That's a mess.
Sorry. I did my best.
No, it was great. Don't worry, babe. Looks like an ancient Egyptian smiley face to me, you say out loud. Uh-oh, you're talking to yourself and you're seeing smiley faces. You'd better find some water soon. You suddenly remember that you had a packet of Fruity Bite candy in your pocket. You reach for them. They're still there and they're only a little melted. You pop 2 in your mouth. Ah, they make you forget your parched throat, almost, but not for long. Get up and search for water on page 24. This is going to get real survival horror real fast, I think.
How long before we have to choose to drink our own pee?
Bear Grylls. Okay. If you don't find water soon, you know you're a goner, for sure. So you stagger forward, sucking on the fruity bites, and then you see it. Another smiley face. Maybe you're really going mad. It's on that sand dune not too far from you. A row of Egyptian statues, bird-faced pillars carved in stone, like the ones you've seen in books on ancient Egypt. Two statues make the eyes, and seven more make the mouth, exactly like the drawing in the diary. You pull out the diary, turn to page 7, and check again. Well, I don't know if I'm supposed to actually look. Okay, the face in the diary has a nose. There's no nose with the statues, but you figure that could just be a picture of the sun to show how hot HOT capital it is in this desert. That would make sense. What doesn't make sense is why the ancient Egyptians put a smiley face design in the middle of the desert and why the mummy's diary has a picture of it. Okay, so I'm going to turn to page 7, look back at the smiley face design. I guess maybe we're going to have to figure something with that, but whatever. It's got 3 stars next to it, so it's 3 out of 5 for the illustration. Run over to the statues on page 133 and get some answers. That was quite aggressive. I'm surprised I've not died yet. I feel like I was died much earlier.
I also feel like definitely both going down those stairs and saying that this looks like a smiley face was very much things that I felt like was gonna kill you. But alas, this is not.
And yet you still told me to do it? Yeah. Okay. Somehow you managed to stumble over to the row of bird-faced statues. When you get there, you realise what the nose on the drawing is for. Among the statues, halfway between the eyes and the mouth, is a hole in the sand and some steps that lead down into it. You hadn't noticed until now, but the sun is setting against some sand dunes behind you. It looks just like the picture making the nose and the smiley face. You notice it now because at that precise angle, the sun's rays reach all the way to the bottom of the hole in the sand. And there you see something amazing. Gold, tons of it. Coins of little statues, scepters and crowns, all made of gold. The treasure of King Buthraman. King Buthraman. I'm going to stop being hesitant. I'm just going to say it.
No one's going to remember how you said it last time anyway. So.
Yeah. So that's why everyone wants a diary. It's a treasure map. But gold's not all you see down there. You also see teeth. Sharp, pointy teeth. 2 rows of them grinning up from the gigantic mouth of a crocodile.
Oh, yes.
As carefully as you can, turn to page 46.
Very careful.
I'm being careful. There's a There's a big, ugly crocodile on the steps in front of you.
Ugly? Harsh?
Yeah, these are some harsh
Beauty
words.
is subjective, and crocodiles are pretty much the same looking.
That's what you say.
Racist.
Crocodiles mean water. That means there must be some nearby. But right about now, crocodiles most likely mean danger. It's like he's guarding the gold. You freeze. Don't move, you tell yourself. Whatever you do, don't run. No quick movements. But do you really want to stand there and be eaten alive? Especially when there could be water down that pit. Your mind races, trying to think quickly. 2 ideas come to you. You could toss some of the fruity bites at the crocodile, then maybe it'll leave you alone. Or you could try moving very, very slowly past him and on the stairs. If you don't find water, you might need those fruity bites. What will you do? Okay, so if we throw the croc some fruity bite candy, turn to page 116. If you try and move past them, turn to page 87.
I feel like I would probably not let go of those sweets.
I don't even know how many has he got, because he could just pelt like half of them.
Well, I don't think that's an option. Maybe he has like 2, and it's like kind of shit if you just give someone 1.
Yeah.
I think what will happen is that if you do throw candy,
At one point later, they'll be like, "Oh, you're dying of thirst. Quick, grab some candy."
yeah, and I think you're gonna die maybe because of that, or at least get in trouble. But I think there is gonna be like a funny moment where the jaws are like snap together.
Throw the candy, a nice treat. candy
I
time.
mean, these are all socialist.
Yeah, that is true.
Socialist
You've got to
rhetoric, yeah.
share the candy. Okay, so I'm going to throw the Crocs and Fruity Bites on page 116. I've used all my markers. I don't have to go back yet. Maybe this will be it. I think that thing was called the L'Oreal, by the way.
The L'Oreal?
The other monster from the other book that we were talking about. The L'Oreal. Right, move past him. 87, no, 116.
Wait, we're throwing the candy, right? Not moving past.
Yeah.
Okay.
You decide to throw the Crocs some candy. Oh. You are just about to reach into your pocket for some Fruity Bites when the crocodile suddenly opens his mouth and he attacks you, chomping down hard. Ah! You scream as you begin to feel teeth tear through your jeans and pierce your leg. Crawl to page 129.
Wow, this is grim. You're gonna bleed out slowly.
And die of thirst. Okay.
Both, probably?
Yeah. With all your strength, you wrestle the croc, trying to pry his mouth open. You throw yourself to the ground, whipping the croc off the stairs and over onto his back. Frantically, you plunge your hand into your pocket. You pull out a few Fruity Bites and toss them into his mouth next to where your leg is. The croc opens his jaws wide. Wider? Could it be? Yes, he's letting you escape. You jump out of his jaws super fast. As soon as you're out, the croc smacks his lips together and opens wide. Crocodiles don't have lips. That would be so gross.
And super long tongues.
You can tell from the look on his face that he wants one more thing. More Fruity Bites. You toss him another handful of Fruity Bites and hurry away.
It's all the crocodiles think about is disgusting.
Fruit process.
Right.
Uh-oh, don't look now. With a slap slap of his stubby legs, the croc follows you like a puppy, begging for more candy. He snaps his jaws together twice, a warning, and now you know what it means. Give him more Fruity Bites or else. Well, as long as you can afford to keep buying Fruity Bites, you'll stay alive. But you're in Egypt. When are you going to buy Fruity Bites around here? Yes, you're up the Nile without a paddle. To the crocodile, you look like one big Fruity Bite. The end.
Oh my god, man.
Yeah, so you do get mauled to death?
That's what you get for sharing?
Yeah.
That's what you get?
Mm.
All you socialist scum out there?
Yeah, I guess sharing isn't whatever. Okay, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to try and move past the crocodile on page 87 instead.
Yes.
I feel like nothing good can come of this crocodile, right? I'm sorry.
No, I honestly feel like I was gonna go with that option first, but then people got really gung ho about giving this guy some candy. Let's hear it.
Water, you say to yourself. I desperately need water. It's all you can think about. If there's water in that pit, you've got to get down there. So, moving as slowly as you can, you step past the croc. Big mistake, because the crocodile was saying to himself, lunch. I desperately need lunch. Too bad for you. No water, no treasure, no escape from the crocodile. Looks like Buthraman's treasure is fool's gold, and guess who the fool is? The end.
Yeah, okay. That crocodile was never good art.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so I guess it's not an acid smiley tab.
Should we go back further, or should we go back to Smiley Tab?
Well, we can go back further. How far back should I go, do you think? Because I've done two endings from this side. I could try and start from the other side, where you go home and go back to the museum at night rather than going to Egypt. Or we could stay in Egypt and look at the other hieroglyphics. I think that's all the choices that we have.
No, we also had one where we could go up down the tunnel.
Oh, or slide up the slope. Which
up.
I feel like that will definitely kill us now if down the stairs takes you to Egypt. I feel
true,
like
yeah.
going up the slope will be like, oh, you're in a trap because pyramids are booby traps. Yeah. And then he'll be like, I learned about this in school. Yeah. So any ideas?
Let's see. The vote of the people.
Can't believe that crocodile ate me twice.
Yeah.
Twice?
He was just plain made.
He just wanted dinner, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, lunch, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Give the diary to the Egyptian fella. Oh, we could do that.
we could do that,
Yeah,
although I do feel like I mean, I want to. I would never give the diary to the American dude, but I think maybe the book wants us to do that because maybe the book is American.
Okay, I think we should give the diary. We'll go back and we'll give the diary to the handsome Egyptian man.
Yeah.
Because we clearly have a crush on him, the way that we've described him. And if it ends in you shagging the handsome Egyptian man, I will be very happy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I hope I haven't lost this page. That would be grim.
No, have you?
I think maybe the thing fell out of that page. Mm.
Maybe we have to go to another option. So.
Oh God, why did I do this? Oh no, I've got it. Okay. I've got it.
All right, I think.
Okay. Okay. So that we know where we are, I'll read the whole page. The Great Pyramid. You stare at the guard, your head is spinning. You studied Egypt in school. The Great Pyramid is the biggest pyramid in the world, the one that sits in the desert near the Sphinx. Yup, definitely Egypt. But I just came out of the building there, you try to explain. Only it wasn't the Great Pyramid, it was the Pyramid Building. Blah, blah, blah. Yank wants a diary. But we're going to give it to the Egyptian guy on page 22. Here we go.
Here we go. It's the right thing to do.
You decide to trust the young Egyptian guard. He seems genuinely concerned. You hand him the diary. The American looks disappointed, but turns and wanders away. The Egyptian man tells you his name. Three guesses. 3 guesses what this guy's called.
Is it Ali?
It's Mohammed.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Shortcut.
Okay, so his name is Mohammed. He examines the diary, his eyes widening. This diary must be returned to the royal tomb of Buthraman, he cries. Only then will the mummy rest. Can you come with me? But where are we going? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Also, he just kind of told you.
Yeah. To the tomb, he whispers, his eyes narrow and his eyebrows curl in, making him look as if he has a deep, dark secret. Oh.
Maybe the fact that he is gay for little white kids?
Yeah, maybe. Muhammad leads you by donkey to the Nile River.
So they cannot make Muhammad fat. Like, they just can't. That secret little smile. Oh.
There, you board a boat and travel south all day and night. Finally, you reach a strange, uninhabited part of Egypt. And
uninhabited? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
No, it does. It says that. Finally, you reach a strange, uninhabited.
Hey, no, I believe it. It's just,
part of Egypt. In the steamy heat, he leads you through a lush jungle, and then to another desert area, and finally to the sandy stone entrance of the tomb.
This is definitely like the beginning of some porn as well.
I know. You go in first, he says, pointing the way. Me, you think? Why me? Turn to page 73. Your heart starts to pound. You don't want to go into the tomb first. You're not even sure you want to go in at all.
Is that a metaphor?
Yeah. I'm not sure if I want to come out right now. Why are we doing this again? You ask Mohammed. Remind me. Not as perceptive anymore. Mohammed brings his face very close to yours, nose to nose.
That is very intense.
Because if you don't, he says, the mummy will rise from his coffin in San Francisco and stalk you day and night. Everywhere you turn, you'll see his wrinkled skin, his hollow, screaming eyes. You hear the echoes of the tortured cries he screamed as the high priestess wrapped him in bandages and buried him alive. Is it common knowledge that this guy was buried alive, I
guess? They have uncovered a bunch of stuff now. It said so right on his diary in English.
Okay. He'll He'll haunt your daydreams too and fill your nightmares. You won't be able to think a single thought without picturing him and his moment of death. You know, you'll know his agony when, okay, that's enough.
You get the picture.
Say, suddenly interrupting him. What do you want me to do? Go in. He's like pissed off at this white guy.
He is not getting it. There's a crisis at hand, and this little white kid just keeps being like, but why?
He points to the tomb. Enter the tomb on page 15. Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go.
He is ready to accept his maybe homosexual urges.
You enter the cool, dark tomb with Muhammad right behind you. He carries a torch to light the way. The passageway is a narrow corridor made of some stone blocks. It's creepy. Made of large stone rocks is creepy. Okay, that's fine. You feel as if someone or something might jump out at you any minute. You walk a few more steps forward and come to a place where the passage splits into a fork or a Y. Why does it say a fork or a Y? Oh, okay, whatever. Which way, you ask? Follow your heart, Muhammad answers mysteriously.
Ooh.
My heart, you think? Is this some kind of clue? Let's see. I know, right? This guy is so dumb that he's not picking up on this.
All this flirtation, this is definitely fake cruising.
Your heart is on the left. Is that what he means? Should you take the passage down on the left? You peer to the left passageway and see nothing but darkness, a horrible, empty darkness, as if no one has ever returned from that path. Then you peer down the passageway on the right. It looks wider than the other one and brighter. It isn't nearly so dark. So, do we take passageway on the left, which is the side of the heart, or do we take the passageway to the right, which is not as dark?
Further away physically
from your heart. So this is really a question of, are we following?
It's definitely between the lines. Like, this is just.
Yeah, this is the gay subtext that R.L. Stein writes into all of his creations.
Personally, I don't think he could go with the logical reasoning of where physically his heart is, because clearly physically his heart is with Muhammad. So, you know.
Okay. Oh, Ruth says go left.
Go left is where the dark road, right?
Yeah, it's the dark passageway. It's closer to the heart. Okay, always left. Adventurers always go left. Follow your heart. False sense of security, Emily says. She's doubting this. Oh yeah. Always left. Agrees, yeah, she agrees. Right. Okay, that's pretty unanimous. Let's go left. Oh shit. No. You fucked it. No, you fucked it worse. Okay. Left. Page 123.
Oh, refill.
Oh, thanks, babe. Oh, can you get me a beer instead?
Yes.
I'm rough and tumble. Okay. No. You decide to take the passageway to the left. Bravely, you march down the oh-so-dark hall. You walk a few more steps before you realise that you are alone. Muhammad isn't following you anymore. Hey, stupid, Muhammad calls. Why did you go that way? Well, you answer him in your most reasonable tone of voice. You said to follow my heart, and my heart is on the left, so I thought. I said to follow your heart, Muhammad snorts. Instead, you are thinking too much with your head. This brown guy is like, you think too much, you've got to go with the simple route. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Oh, so does he mean you should have gone the other way? Yes, stupid. And don't be surprised at being called that name again. Yeah. Wow. You answered to it, didn't you?
Red fulfill? Oh. 13 and getting it?
No. Go back to page 15 and take the other passageway and we won't call you stupid anymore.
I mean, you just got talked into doing that.
I know there's no other option.
Yeah, this is definitely negging.
Yeah, it's negging. God damn. Okay, I guess we'll go the other route then. Passageway to the right, turn to page 79. Okay. You decide to take the passageway to the right. We're just going to pretend like that other thing didn't happen again. At the end of the hall, you come to a large square burial chamber. Inside, by the light from Mohammed's torch, you see a stone platform where the mummy's coffin once rested. Now the mummy is in San Francisco, on display. Oh. But other special objects that belonged to King Uthraman are still here. So this is the mummy's tomb, you ask quietly? I thought he wasn't going to be talking any more stupid shit, of course. Mohammed nods. Hey, what's that? You ask. You spot a hinged wooden box shaped like a serpent and painted gold. That is where the diary belongs, Mohammed says. Place it there. He's right. The diary fits in the box perfect. Now I must leave you, Mohammed says.
Oh, no.
It is forbidden for me to stay in the king's tomb, but I give you this map and a small torch. He hands them to you, his hands lingering on yours for a second too long. It doesn't say that. A little bit of that. Yeah, are you going to spice it up?
His gaze holding yours.
His lip quivers.
Yeah.
Okay. The light should last long enough for you to study the map. If you make the right choices, you will find your way back through the mystical portal to your land. It's just San Francisco.
He just knows, man. He just knows what's been going on the entire time.
Yeah. It was the mummy's magic that brought you here, and the same magic can take you back. Good luck. Wait! You cry, but you are too late.
Oh, no.
Mohammed has bolted from the chamber.
Love.
I cannot believe that we failed the dating aspect of this game. What more could I have said?
Like if we were reading between the lines, the whole like this fits perfectly in this box, you know.
Oh, the narrow corridors.
Yeah,
they're like an anus.
There's definitely some symbolism, you know, metaphors and stuff. So.
Okay, turn to page 108. We can do that. I think we're going to actually have to study and remember pieces of like the book, perhaps. I really hope not. Mohammed runs away so fast that all you can hear is the fading sound of his sandals flip-flopping on the stone floor, the last sound you hear from him. Then a silence, a horrible, stone-cold silence. You have no time to waste. The torch isn't going to last long. You hold it up and peer at the map. It's written, sketch drawn on brown paper, its edges torn. This is a map. This is a jumble of lines. Where is the "you are here" sign? Your heart sinks. You need help. Me. But then you figure it out. The steps. The steps are the close together lines on the top left. The tomb is the box at the end. And that other box, the one with the X in it, that's the elevator. The elevator in the pyramid building. You know, because you've seen lots of maps that are marked that way. The elevator is always marked with an X. Is that true? I don't think that was true. Mm-hmm. And that's where you need to go if you're going to get home. You've got a pencil in your pocket, so you take it out and write the words steps, tomb, and elevator. Then you study the map. Okay, turn to page 90 and study the map. Maybe I should get the pencil and write steps, tomb, elevator. I don't know if that's what R.L. Stine wants me to do.
I think we can remember steps to the.
Oh no. Oh, he's written it in for us, thank God.
Smart boy.
Okay. So this is our map. That's terrible. Yeah. It's really not that complicated, right?
It's like a very easy maze.
Yeah, literally. There's like.
Oh, I think maybe we have to like remember where to turn left and where to turn right and stuff like that.
Okay, but it does say keep your finger on this page so you can study the map, but turn to page 65.
Oh,
so they're letting us go back. Yeah, that is pretty dumb, Ruth. You are correct. 65. The light from your torch is dwindling. It's going to burn out soon. Quick, memorise the map and the path you need to reach the elevator. Remember, you're in the tomb right now. When you come out of the tomb, you need to make a choice at the first fork in the passageway. Which way? Right or left? Then you have to make 3 more choices at forks or crossroads, right or left. Don't worry about the places where the hallway simply bends or turns. You'll just follow it then. Your only problem is choosing what to do when you reach a fork in the path. You've got to memorise all 3 choices because when the torch burns out, you'll be walking in the dark. So do it now. Which way to the elevator from the tomb? Okay, so what they're saying is now we just need to study it. So they're like, right, so we're in the tomb.
Yeah.
And then the first fork.
We're going to the elevator, right?
Yeah, which is the cross.
So where the first one is the
right?
left. You're walking here, so your little face is pointing this way. To your right, your left hand is here, your right hand is here, and you want to go down.
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
Did you?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Left. I think. Okay.
Okay, it's right anyway.
It's right. And then left.
Yeah.
Right. Left.
Wait, what's the first one?
Okay.
Right. Left.
Left.
Right.
Right. Left.
No. Wait, okay, hold on.
This is for children.
Wait. I'm just gonna.
Ruth, are you really calling me out like that? Helen does not know her left from her right.
Right. Left.
It's just going to.
Right. Left. Yeah, it is right, left, right.
Right, left, right, left.
Like the military, and also I don't know my left from my right either. I used to only be able to tell because my sister gave me a scar on the wrist, and now that's healed and gone. And I have nothing left. Yeah,
I can cut you.
I think we should work up something.
Okay, right, left, right, left.
Yes,
we can't balls it up. I'm going to take my finger off the page. Okay. Light from your torch is dwindling. It's going to burn out soon. Oh yeah. Did I read this part already? Yeah, I did. Okay. So should you go left, then right, then straight? Oh, I didn't know straight was an option.
It was not straight. It was turning at the end.
So should you go left, then right, then left, then right?
No.
No.
We need to go right first.
No, there's no option for that.
What?
There's no option to go right first. There's only an option to go left first.
Okay, well, we'll just. The end is not straight, I know. Never straight at the end.
Never straight at the end. Okay. Okay, we're gonna. Okay, we're gonna do the one that doesn't go straight. I'm sorry, I should have tried to show you guys the map because we were clearly hopeless.
It was very, very difficult.
It was incredibly difficult. I should have looked at the options before I closed it. Okay, 109. Here we go. You stare at the map hard and decide to turn left, then right, then left, then right. A moment later, your torch sputters and goes out. You're stranded in the cold tomb of an ancient mummy. In the dark, silence. You move a step forward, feeling your way along the wall. Left, right, left, right. You keep telling yourself. You chant the words over. Left, right, right. Oh. Your hand brushes against something slimy. Ew! You jerk your hand away. Do you dare touch the wall again? You don't have a choice. How will you find your way in the dark if you don't? Oh. Slowly, you reach one hand to the wall. Yuck, the stones are slippery with slime. You try not to think about what that might be. You hold your other hand in front of you. You don't want to smack into anything in the dark. Finally, you've come to the first fork. You turn left, walk a little further, turn right, a little further, go left. Now, if you remember the map correctly, you just have one more turn, then it should be pretty easy from now. Keep going. Turn to page 26.
Also, I feel like that whole part was another big metaphor, right? Going around in the dark, sticky stuff.
God. Was that a sauna? The hallway turns a few more times, but then there aren't any more choices, no more forks. Finally, you see a glimmer of light. Light? Where is that coming from? You turn the corner and spot the answer. The elevator? But yeah. Ah, at last, you're in the basement of the pyramid building, aren't you? You run to the elevator and push the up button over and over. You hope that if you press it harder, it will come faster.
All right. We did good. That was good of us.
Yeah, sure. Like that's ever worked.
Oh.
That's, yeah. Press it again, page 56. Okay. 56. You press the up button 5 more times. Finally, you hear a familiar ding. The sound means that the elevator has arrived. The doors open. Oh no! A scream rises in your throat, but it never escapes. And neither will you. There standing in the elevator is your old friend, the mummy. Your very old friend. The mummy was mad at you when you stole his diary, but that was nothing compared to how he feels about you now. He hates trespassers, and you dared to enter his sacred burial chamber uninvited. Your visit to his tomb is about to become a very unpleasant end, and so are you. When the mummy is done with you, you're going to need all those mummy bandages. The end.
Oh.
So we did make it to the elevator though.
Yeah.
Which hazards? What if you go the wrong way? I guess.
I reckon you also die then, right?
Yeah, but do you want to see the death?
Yeah, sure. What was the other page?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
What if you just read this book like a normal person, like a maniac?
What?
It's like from the first page to the last.
They specifically tell you not to do that at the start.
I mean, I know, but like,
But you're that maniac.
would you be able to, do you think, piece it all together?
Oh shit.
Did you lose one?
I think I lost the page perhaps. Or maybe the thing's just fallen in it more. You never know. Oh wait, okay. So let's do the straight option. It is very disrespectful. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do the straight option now. Which is also the wrong option, I guess. Page 127. Hopefully this will be good. Hopefully the goo comes into play again. I quite like the goo.
Oh yeah, let's get some more answers.
Almost at once, the torch flickers out, but you don't care. You've made your decision. You're going left, right, straight. In the dark, you boldly forward your arms outstretched at your sides. You run your fingertips along the walls as you go. Pretty soon, you feel the passageway begin to turn. You've come to your first choice. You turn left. You walk a little further, turn right. You keep walking. Suddenly, in the pitch darkness, you feel 2 hands on your face. Ah! You want to scream, but no sound comes out. Your voice is choked with fear. Boo! A voice says, boo? Boo hoo? Turn to page 134. Okay. The hand taps you again. You're it, the voice calls, then laughs. You recognise that laugh. It's your brother Derek. You made it. So we did go the wrong way last. Oh, okay, let's just keep going. It's your brother Derek. You made it. You made it back to the pyramid building. Derek, what are you doing down here? You ask. Boy, you're going to get it, he declares. Mum and Dad are really worried, and they're mad you left Susie all alone. They have people searching the whole building for you. They sent me down here to the basement. You try to explain to Derek about the mummy, but he only laughs and shakes his head. Then he grabs you by the ear and drags you through a door you hadn't seen before and up some stairs. He's right about your parents. They're really steamed. As far as you're concerned, this book might as well be titled Diary of a Mad Mommy. You can forget about any more exploring. You're grounded for a month. The end.
I think that's a good.
Yeah.
So we did well. I do think that the elevator was at the X. Like I think we made it to the elevator, but I think the point is that you shouldn't make it to the elevator. So the point is, it's good to be dyslexic and have no like sense of direction because sometimes it will lead you home.
Sometimes it'll lead you to your big brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'll finish that now.
Yeah, I think that was a good ride.
There's some more options, obviously. Anyone can borrow this from me if they want. You know, it's a classic.
If you want to come to Germany, you know,
hang out when lockdown's done. Yeah, thanks for watching.